Hello. In this conclusive video, I make a little statement about those new systems here in my Tripscode program. And last time I was talking here, this system was about to finish. I had already completed the Morph system there, but it was like an independent UI that was empty. Now I can just drive those morphs here, and let's see how it works. Just make it wider. This character here has morphs to it, and I first click here to activate this deformer. There is another deformer also here in this scene, but the second one belongs to this model. And I have this morph map, for instance, and I can select morphs, and with enter I can apply those morphs. And this character can be in a transformed state in animation, and this is working also. And I have also the second map, and I can apply this one also. But now I can also drive those morphs with those sliders if I wish to change the value for those morphs. We see here in the second morph map we got two of the objects here, body and the bra object, and I can drive both of them with this single slider here above. But if I wish to drive them individually, then I can change those values also. So when those morph maps are then created in bind pose, and to go into bind pose we need to just press 7 on the keyboard, and then we go into bind mode. And what we see here, we got the two objects here in bind mode, and I exit bind mode again. Then this object is left in the bind pose, and then in bind pose I just switch those locators off with L, and I make an object selection that I'm interested in creating morphs to the objects. We see in item list there are several objects here, and then I make a vertice selection for the morph map. I go into vertice mode, and for instance I wish to modify here this selection. I can zoom into this selection, and those morph maps may overlap, and just checking what happens if I apply this morph map to this deformer, because those morph maps need to be attached to the deformed objects that belong to a deformer. This is the idea. Then there's multiple objects that are deformed associate with this deformer. So the basic workflow right now is to create the animated object and bind it to the deformer, and binding is like pressing B with the deformers panel open. And then I create a new map here. I just press add, and then I add morph to it. I hope it it didn't go this. I need to select this map and add morph. Then we see here the new morph is created. We need to select this map beforehand, and then when this morph is selected, then this is the current morph, and I should be able to manipulate those vertices to create this morph shape. I need to go into modeling mode for this modeling mode, and now I can adjust with for instance with scaling. And this should be this new morph target, but I checked this out. If only few objects are selected, the body was not selected. That's why we need to be careful when we create those morph maps. We should be certain what are selected objects there. And in morph list I can add another morph, the second one. And when I select this one, okay, I don't know why it jumped into this state, but should be able to apply this morph. Alright, when I create a new morph, then without adjusting, then it can be used also to reset those vertices. Let's check this. It has only those vertices here. So when this is for the creating those morph maps, then we should close this modeling mode, should be out of it, and then we can drive those morphs that we have created. And I select this map and I drive this one. Okay, and those others need to be dialed down. So I just dial down all the other instances, because it affects the same region. And then I just use this newly created morph to displace those vertices. And then I can go into a frame. Here we have 2 layers of timeline, and the upper one is for morph targets. And I can click here and go into this frame, for instance 17, and if I press I in the keyboard, we should be able to enter a keyframe, and my mouse cursor needs to be over this certain area, this timeline segment here. And we see that this little tick indicates the keyframe. Also, those keyframe types and accelerations can be adjusted with modification keys and with arrows. So up and down with modification keys change the type and acceleration of a keyframe, and we should be here selected with the selected keyframe. And if I press for instance, was it control down or simply down, up and down, then we see this keyframe type changes. And when I press Alt up and down, then I change the acceleration of this certain timeline segment. Those segments are like the in-betweens between two keyframes, and starting with the current keyframe. This is animation segment. Alright, then I close up this morph panel, and let's check out what we did create here. Alt D is animation mode. We see that the morph targets are also animating, but they are animating with different time intervals on the different timeline. Now also loading and saving those scenes is possible, but that's it for now.